4:15 Pacific, ESPN. The Irish hit the road again to take on Northwestern. Notre Dame is up to 9.5 and 53.5 the total. The Irish are 8-0 straight up, 1 of 4 unbeatens, 4-4 ATS. Northwestern 5-3 straight up. Northwestern's easy. They're 4-0 ATS as dogs. They're 0-4 as favorites. How about this? A team that lost at home as a 3-touchdown favorite to Akron could win the Big Ten West and go to the Big Ten title game. Amazing but true department. Northwestern has won 12 of their last 13 Big Ten games. Problem was what happens in the non-conference. So here it is with the Irish, and Notre Dame's good. But a loss could be coming at some point, Teddy. They're kids. It's a rough schedule. You just played in San Diego. Now you go to Chicago. Now you have to play Syracuse in New York. Then you have to fly across the country, the final game, take on USC in Los Angeles. So this is going to be a tough final month for the Irish.
Yeah, sure. And unlike an Alabama, who seems to be there every year, or a Clemson, who seems to be there every year, or an Ohio State, who seems to be there every year, Notre Dame's kids haven't been in these big pressure games as an undefeated team playing for the playoffs before. Hasn't happened in recent years for the Irish. Last time they were in serious championship consideration was back in 2011 or 2012, which is obviously before any of the fifth-year seniors were on this squad. You're right about the Wildcats. It's as easy as it gets with Northwestern. 8 games, underdog 8-0 ATS. I was really worried about what would happen to Northwestern once Jeremy Larkin was forced to retire due to injuries. He was an absolute impact player as a running back for that team. He was the heart and soul in the locker room. What's happened since? Well, the Frosh, Isaiah Bowser's come in. He ran for 108 yards against Rutgers and 117 against Wisconsin. 3 touchdowns in those ball games. He's been phenomenal running the football. So one of the biggest concerns about Northwestern with Larkin hurt or out or done, well, Bowser's been able to step it up and was a difference maker. Besides Clayton Thorson, Bowser was a monster last week against that Badgers defense.
Well, you also have to change how you evaluate Notre Dame and throw out what happened early on, even though they had the nice win at home against Michigan. Since Book became the starter, they're 5-0 straight up and 4-1 ATS, averaging 40 points per game. They had the one stinker at home against Pitt. They moved the ball. They had some turnovers. Other than that, I mean, they housed Va Tech on the road. They had great performance against Navy and San Diego. They've been and that performance against Wake as well. They're putting up huge numbers.
Yeah, and look, Book's been a monster. You talked about that, 40 points per game since making the QB change. And whenever you see the veteran getting benched for the youngster, you expect that offense to get better right away. That's exactly what happened with the Wimbush/Book transition. But Notre Dame, I mean, I guess Navy last week, look, Navy's been awful, 1-7 against the spread. And even that game, right around the number, depends on where you grade it, 21.5, 22, 22.5. I personally graded that as a push, would make the Irish 3-1-1 against the spread in their last 5. But the bottom line is, this is a Notre Dame team that is starting to develop a fairly decent-sized betting bandwagon. That concerns me in this point spread range. But you grade out the personnel here. Notre Dame's got better talent basically everywhere on the field. It's a hard game for me, not one I'm going to get involved with. But one thing I will not do, Pauly, is step in front of this 8-0 trend with the underdog cashing every single game so far this season for Northwestern contests. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.